What's good YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and today we'll be looking at Native Instruments' latest audio interface, Komplete Audio 6. This update comes to the original Komplete Audio 6 that they put out a while back, and here we are a couple years later, or a lot of years later, with the MK2. Just want to mention that all audio recordings for this video was recorded with Komplete Audio 6 MK2. So as we unbox it, of course we get the audio interface itself, some documentation with links to get started and download the included software. Some of the software included is Ableton Live 10 Lite, Machine Essentials, some Native Instruments plugins like Solid Bus Comp, Replica, and the Mod Pack, Monarch and Komplete Start, which is a bunch of synths and instruments taken from Komplete. So there's a lot included aside from just the hardware itself. You also of course get some Native Instruments stickers. Also included is a USB cable to connect the interface to your computer. The Komplete Audio 6 is bus powered, so no need for an external power adapter. To start off, the Komplete Audio 6 is 6-in, 6-out audio interface that allows you to record up to 192 kHz at 24 bits. For the inputs, we got two flexible combi inputs with 1/4-inch TRS line or XLR with 48 volts of phantom power, lossless signal stereo transmission with SPDIF RCA, and an additional two 1/4-inch TRS line inputs. For the outputs, we got two high power headphone outputs to share and monitor audio, each with its own volume control, four analog DC coupled 1/4-inch TRS outputs capable of controlling voltage output of up to ±2 volts, and we got digital stereo SPDIF RCA out as well. Lastly, we got a MIDI in, MIDI out that lets you connect synths, drum machines to your DAW. On the top, we got 4 LED level input meters and 1 output meter that lets you monitor your levels in real time. We also got a big volume knob that lets you control your output levels. Along the front, we got a 48 volt phantom power switch to turn that off and on, individual gain control, input levels with Audio 6's high quality preamps, and a zero latency direct monitoring for blending playback while recording, and you also have a switch between input sources. On the back, we got the USB port to connect your interface to your computer and a Kensington security slot. So what sets apart Native Instruments Audio 6 from other audio interfaces? For one, the Audio 6 MK2 gives you the flexibility to expand your setup with a wide range of inputs and outputs, and it comes with high quality preamps. And two is the price, coming in at $239. The Komplete Audio 6 is simply an all-around workhorse and has a lot to be appreciated, but there are a couple of things this device had me wishing for. After using this device for the past week or so in my recordings and videos, I found that the output to be quieter than some of the audio interfaces I've used in the past. The output wasn't quite as loud as others. But I'm guessing that this is something that can be fixed in a firmware update, but it is something that I definitely noticed. The Komplete Audio 6 is also a little less forgiving with digital distortion, but to be honest, that is not so much a bad thing, because if you're distorting in your DAW or on your computer, other interfaces usually mask that, but this really keeps it true to form, so whatever's happening on your computer or DAW is what's happening on the output of Komplete Audio 6, so if you're distorting in your DAW, this will definitely showcase that distortion. But aside from that, this is definitely an interface that will be able to grow with you. Here are some setups that Native Instruments put together to give you a better understanding as to just how much you can connect to this device. If you're a solo or small band, you can connect a combination of guitar, bass, and microphones, create send and return loops with effects units, and record into your DAW via USB. For all you producers out there that work with outboard gear, you can capture synth, drum machines, connect MIDI-enabled keyboards, and plug in CDJ units with 2 inputs to spare, send audio to studio monitors, and route effects using the 4 analog outputs. If you're into the biggest craze right now, which is modular synths, you can trigger modular synths from your DAW via the analog outputs, use a MIDI keyboard to send change messages to the synth via your computer, and of course record the audio back into your DAW. And lastly, if you are a mastering engineer, you can route signals through the external audio processors, then back over into your DAW. You can also use the multiple outputs to channel the audio to a near field and midfield speakers for detailed monitoring as you would in a mastering setup. Overall, the Komplete Audio 6 is one you should definitely look at if you are in the market for a new interface. It's an interface that can handle pretty much anything you want to connect to it. The preamps I found are really good and provide thick sounding recordings, especially at this price point. It's got double headphone outputs with individual level controls, which is really a game changer if you're working or recording from home. Multiple outputs so that you can monitor, mix, master on multiple sets of speakers, near field, midfield speakers, really tinny speakers, crappy speakers. You can connect whatever you want to it with the multiple outputs, switch between them easily. I think this is the best bang for your buck interface money can buy, hands down. If you want to learn more about Komplete Audio 6 MK2, I'll place a link in the description box below this video. Until the next one, I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.